Paratus, the company that is changing the game in delivering quality and unlimited networks to businesses in Namibia, is now powering our Game Changers series. And we're talking to some of the people at Paratus who think big and are helping to take Paratus to the next game-changing level. In studio today, we have a high flyer. When she's not soaring the skies, she's managing various departments and using her considerable management skills as customer service executive at Paratus. Samantha Geyser is a formidable game changer who has around 60 people in her team and an extensive background of 19 years in telecoms. Welcome to Game Changers.
Thank you, Script. Nice to be here.
Before we get into anything else, I just want to know what it feels like being a pilot. You have a very interesting background. How did that come to be?
Well, I love aeroplanes, and I think it's in my genes. I come from a long line of aviation enthusiasts, people with passion for aviation. My dad, he'd never used to like to fly until he went for one lesson, and then it was over. And he got his own small light aircraft, and I used to spend weekends with him at the hangar. Yeah, we would wash the plane and we'd go fly, and I think that's where my passion was born. Yeah, and from then on, that's all I wanted to do in life. I wanted to follow a career and be an aviation enthusiast, an airline pilot, flying the big birds. But that unfortunately didn't happen. But I'm still happy where I am today.
So you still get to enjoy the skies as a hobby, and you chose or you decided to build a career in telecoms. And it's a very male-dominated sector.
Yes, it is.
How has that navigation process been for you, and how has it been hitting the heights that you do in the airplane in the telecoms industry?
Well, I believe that telecoms found me. The industry found me. When I couldn't realize my dream of becoming an airline pilot, I was told that IT was the next best thing to study. Yeah. So I went on and I did some studying, and I found myself where I am today. And, they say everything happens for a reason, and I think I can vouch for that. Yeah. Because I'm definitely where I think I'm supposed to be.
And you work in customer service. So just tell us a little bit about the innovative processes that you have put in place so that we can all enjoy our better connectivity.
Well, I think that question is twofold. There's better connectivity, which is driven by the products that we sell. And customer service is, part of the entire customer life cycle. But in order to enjoy better connectivity, we've obviously tried to be very innovative in the products that we sell, the packages that we put together for all different walks of life for their requirements, mobile, fixed, and they complement each other. In terms of customer service, the whole customer life cycle from before they're actually a customer to onboard them throughout the onboarding process, and obviously the after-sales customer support. When a customer is trying to connect to the internet and they can't, you need to help them, and they need to be helped quickly. Yeah. These days, you can't live without being connected. Yeah. Especially if you've got kids, you'll know all about it. If you turn the Wi-Fi off, you can get them to do anything.
And especially at a time like this where online is life.
Exactly.
What are you likely to get up to if you're not at work? I mean, we talked about soaring the skies. What other hobbies does Samantha have?
Well, my friends think I'm crazy, but on weekends, on Saturday and a Sunday, I'll easily spend 4 hours on my bicycle, on my mountain bike, out in nature, riding bicycle, just being out there, freeing your mind of all the stress from the week. And that's my favorite pastime.
And who would you say is the person or people that you admire the most, and why?
So I think from a child already, Amelia Earhart was one of my heroes, being first of all a pilot, and second of all a woman. And in her day and age, being a woman and being a pilot just was not something that you ever heard of. Even when I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger, it wasn't something that you very often came across. Yeah. So I think I admire the challenge that she took on to do what wasn't the norm. And I think she's a go-getter.
Lastly, I have some quick fire questions. So the first answer that comes to your mind, you just give it to us, okay? Time or money?
Time.
The ability to be invisible or the ability of flight?
Flight.
Flight.
Flying with my own wings?
Yes. And lastly, would you rather be a co-pilot on a destination to your favorite place in the world, or a trip to your favorite destination, or the pilot to somewhere that you would rather not be?
The co-pilot.
Co-pilot.
Because I get the best of both.
And you get to choose the playlist.
I get everything. I get to fly and I get to go to my favorite destination.
Samantha Geyser, thank you so much for joining us on Game Changers. And thank you for joining us on yet another insightful episode of Game Changers brought to us by Paratus. Catch us next time as we speak to another member of the Paratus team who is changing the game. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next Game Changer.